Hi folks, welcome back once again. My name is Nick and this is the zxspectrum 128K with a game called The Muncher, published by Gremlin Graphics in 1988. The game cost £7.99 and also came out on the Commodore 64. It was made primarily to promote the sweets Chewits, who was invented in 1963, and they first was called Chewits, and I'm glad they changed that following a merger, because who wants to chew zits? Certainly not me. But anyway, you control a big dinosaur who's a bit annoyed that his eggs have been stolen, and here he comes waggling his head around. He's huge, and we must journey the islands of Japan, smashing stuff up and finding the eggs. Our strength is on the top left. It's got similarities to the arcade game Rampage from Bally Midway 1986, in which we destroy everything. There's lots of different controls here, which I'll try and get to grips with. There's jumping, there's wave your tail around, and eat the stuff on the floor. Now you can gain extra energy, I think, by eating people. You've got limited fire you can breathe, and it is a little bit clunky because the graphics are so big. I've been hit by a missile. You can jump and climb the buildings and smash them, but the idea is to create as much destruction and devastation as you possibly can and then get to the end of the level. I've died, got hit too many times. Get to the end of the level, but look out for eggs, which you must bend over and pick up. I can't see the sweets Chewits in this at all, but there was an original advert which had controlled these animals. So here we come, out of the sea for the east coast of Japan. If you are on the east coast of Japan and being attacked by a big monster, then comment in the comment section below. Now in this game, I doubt that I will get to it, there's other monsters roaming the island which you also must fight at some sort of stage. Here we go, Chewits, even chewier than a 15-story block of flats. That was the advertising. Up we go. Right, I can punch. Oh, it's fantastic animation in this. I think I've died there. Yes, I have. So, one of the biggest sprites you'd find, one of the most graphics, should we say, controlled. One of the most detailed things you can control, and it's mad, but I'm not surviving very long. I do know a poke for infinite energy, so we might give that a go in a little bit. It feels a bit like a tech demo, but it is quite playable as well. Right, okay, the slower it is. I wonder what it could do if it had a whole megabyte of memory rather than just 128K. If you had this game back in the day, then let me know. It has to go down as a curio, a game born from an advertising campaign. If you're from the UK, you might remember the advert. Don't know if it went anywhere else outside the UK. If you're from the USA or Japan or somewhere, do you know the sweets called Chewits? Made originally in 1963, as we said, originally called Chewits, following a merger with some other company. They then were called Chewits. They used to be made in the UK, but I think that they got bought by another company, and now they're made in Slovakia. There's a number of flavours: orange, strawberry, blackcurrant. I think fruit salad is a flavour. What the hell is fruit salad? Right, I'm going to try and put a poke on now to see if I can survive just a little bit longer. He's an interesting person. He's mad, or she's mad, that the eggs have been stolen by the Japanese people. And, well, I'm not sure it's just Japan or other countries. But anyway, lots of people have stolen the eggs, and we've got to go and find them and kick butt. Look at that animation walking. That isn't the easiest thing to do. Now, I seem to get being hit too easily by stuff, and I'm using my fire a bit too early. Lots of different moves. I'm trying to show you some of them. There, by spinning around, your tail can knock holes in the wall. You can knock holes in the wall with fire as well, and by punching like Rampage. Bend down, eat the people. They might shoot at you and take some shots. You don't want that to happen. So it's quite a tricky game without poking it. We're on the seashore. Biff. Right, I don't think my energy's going down now as we collapse that building. You get extra points for demolishing stuff, which indeed we are doing. Look at that. That one's totally totaled. Boing. Jump up and eat a helicopter. That was quite good. If you are currently jumping up and eating a helicopter, then comment in the comment section below. Watch those propeller blades. That's bound to create havoc with your teeth. Kaboom! Oh, this town's taking a hell of a beating now. Kaspliff. Right, okay. If you want to see other zxspectrum games we've reviewed, there's a link to that in the playlist in the description below, or click on my username, takes to the channel page. We're jumping up here. Now, don't fall any great distance normally, because you'd lose a lot of strength. Now I've got this infinite energy poke on, I'm giving it some. Bam! There's also a poke for infinite fire, but I haven't got that either. Right, we're on the seashore, just coming up from the depths to kick butt. Well, dear. Godzilla, of course, was the ultimate big dinosaur. He liked attacking Tokyo. I still don't know why, because I haven't seen the film. I think I saw the really old film, but I didn't see the one where Jamiroquai did the theme music. And he was going deeper underground. There's too much panic in this town. I'm going deeper underground. There's too much panic in this town. Yes, well done. He also sang Cosmic Girl and other stuff. He hasn't been around recently and wore a big hat. If you're currently wearing a big hat, then comment in the comment section below. It's biffity bam. After you get used to all the different moves, although it's fun to look at, it's a bit limited in the gameplay really, but it looks good. I prefer Rampage. I reviewed Rampage the game on lots of different systems. On the Nintendo 6, did we do it on the Nintendo 64? We might have done some sort of version of it. We just certainly did it on the Super Nintendo and the Amiga and the Spectrum, maybe the Commodore 64. We definitely done it on the Game Boy Advance when we used to cover those sort of games. The graphics are really cool on this. The sound's pretty nifty as well. It's fully using the 128K. So just for a bit of fun, I would recommend this game, but it's not one to go back to every day. But it's been well done, it's been well executed, and it's a nice little one. Not sure it's worth £7.99. Once you've gone right, it won't scroll back left. Is it worth £7.99? Well, 1988. Yeah, it's pretty impressive for that sort of time. I can't remember a dragon quite this big anywhere else you can control, apart from maybe Thanatos. This isn't a dragon though, it's a dinosaur of doom. Bomb 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 bomb. He spared no expense, and he's blown up your apartment as well. Come on, Dino. Right, there we go. That's that level done. Thanks to a poke for infinite energy. Now we're off somewhere else. We're in a village. Doesn't look like it looks like a pretty big village. And who's painted this village? Helicopters trying to take us out. Not to dinner, of course, because we wouldn't fit in. Parachuting people coming down. Well, I'm trying to punch this apartment block. Where are my golden eggs? Give them back to me. If you complete the game, I think it just loops back to the start again. But, you know, it's just fun to play every now and again. There's not many games you control a big dinosaur like this. My favourite cartoon, or one of them growing up, was Godzilla. Wasn't quite sure why he had a son called Godzuki. He was a bit pathetic. I don't like pathetic sidekicks, which are big round about that era. They even gave Scrappy Doo to Scooby-Doo, which also made it in a computer game. I don't like him either. There's some terrible sidekicks around. Orko in He-Man wasn't too bad. Snarf in Thundercats. There was this stupid person, you know, that surely shouldn't have been there. It's supposed to be comic relief, a bit like the C-3PO and R2-D2 as Star Wars. But I liked them, although R2-D2 was a bit rude. They had to bleep out everything he ever said. Oh, how's that building standing up? I don't think that's fairly safe. Let's get the inspectors in. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It's a lot of nonsense like this. I'll give you some information about the game, but mostly I'll go off on a tangent. Some of the information might be wrong and need to be corrected, like Chewits. Still not sure about that. Doesn't seem very likely, does it? Chewits. Chewits. Now, I haven't had any Chewits for ages. Before I started this review, did a little bit of research. Yes, I didn't even know they still existed. I think my favourite ones as a kid used to be the strawberry flavour. Still don't know what's going on, as I said, with fruit salad. That ain't a flavour, is it? Beetroot, that weren't a flavour either. Put down your least favourite flavour of Chewits. Make it up if you want. Pumpkins, turnips, spinach flavoured Chewits, or even horse manure. Horse manure Chewits. That's not great. I'd rather choose it. Boing. But I'm sure if a huge dinosaur jumped up in the air, it would make a really soft boingy noise. Who are these people walking around? Well, there's a dinosaur walking about. Just go home, watch TV, have a cup of tea. Right now, I've got no fire here. There's a tank coming in, trying to get in on it. We'll just walk off. There's a tank in the city and a dinosaur in the city as well. Right, I find it a little bit, it's not the quickest to control, but the speed is as expected with a limited memory, and they've done quite well with what they've got. A bad workman always blames his tools. You try and repair a crashed space shuttle with an egg whisk, and you soon realise that you need decent tools. Biff, right, you do an up punch, a down punch, and a side punch. That's going to take a while to repair that. That's a bit of a, yes. I wouldn't like to buy a flat, go to get my shopping and come back, and that's there where my flat used to be. It could happen, I suppose, if you live in Japan. They have a lot of monster problems, lots of volcanic activity. You never know what's going on. I'm not sure how many people from Japan watch this. I'm not sure. I don't translate it into Japanese. I don't write it in Japanese. But I have got dodgy knees, so maybe that helps. That's all I can do. Well, we'll get off this level and then we'll call it quits, really. Apart from the graphic scenery, the gameplay is staying roughly the same. There's more stuff shooting at me. I would have died about 6 or 7 times by now, but I only put a poke on to show a bit more of the game to see if there's any variety, and I don't think there is. If you keep going, which we won't because I haven't got time, you might have a fight with some of the other monsters. So if you want to donate some time to it and, you know, just clunk your way forward in this slow motion mode, you could do. But yeah, just modern hasn't aged particularly well. There's a piece of historic computer gaming from 1988. I'm glad it exists. It's nice because there's nothing quite like this. I mentioned similarities with Rampage, where you've got a choice of 3 characters, but none of the characters are quite as big as this or as detailed as this. They've done quite well with green and black. There's no colour clashes there. Let's mention that. It's got a huge sprite with no colour clash, and that's pretty impressive to do. So the people that wrote this game, you know, and submitted it to Gremlin Graphics Software, unless it was in-house, obviously knew what they were doing. Biff, biff, biff. I wonder if he's going to go to the shoe shop and get some nice shoes. That's it. That's building destroyed. I don't know how much damage this is going to cost to repair. That reminds me of all the Avengers films, really. The Avengers save the day, rescue the aliens, but loads of, like, big, you know, blocks of flats fall down, skyscrapers collapse. Who's carrying the cost of all this damage? Elon Musk or someone? Or that Bezos? Or maybe both of them. Or maybe Iron Man, he's quite rich too. Well, there's some cars going past. There's a police car. There's an army surplus car. Can I eat it? Yes. It's flattened now. And what I've learned from this is don't mess with dinosaurs and definitely don't steal their eggs. If I've seen an egg and picked it up, I haven't noticed. This might be around here somewhere, but it's certainly not on the first 2 stages looking obvious. Unless that's it in the top red. This is like a yellow thing. I'm a bit bored of this game now. It's not progressing anywhere. The levels are too long. I just want this level to end and see what's going next. But you're just going to get different variety of buildings. I think it's going to stay primarily in Japan from looking at this. Please put your views in the comment section below. I love reading those to see what you think. Any of those daft questions I asked. I'm trying to do damage to my tower now, but that's not going to do much. I mean, you don't necessarily need to destroy the buildings. You just need to get off the level by walking through the whole city, looking for eggs, just bonus points there, but just don't get shot by stuff. And I think you're going to die most of the time by overindulging yourself to try and cause that maximum amount of damage. But points is only on 2504. That indeed is the score. Walk it, man. Is that the end? I think it might be. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I think we'll leave it there now as we go to the army base, but there's nothing else I can show you there. So I hope you'd like to have a look at that. Great graphics, limited gameplay, interesting and great use to avoid colour clash. That's all I can say, but you might be able to add stuff. That was the Muncher on the ZxSpectrum 128K, published by Gremlin Graphics in 1988, a sort of Chewits promotion, although Chewits don't seem to be mentioned too much apart from the title screen. If you've got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that in the comment section below. You're more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.
Jump up and eat a helicopter. That was quite good. If you are currently jumping up and eating a helicopter, then comment in the comment section below. Watch those propeller blades. That's bound to create havoc with your teeth.